My wild tour stories are not so wild at all. I guess the biggest disappointment that I've ever experienced on a tour date was when I went to a show as the headliner and ended up being a part of just this one big showcase. I just felt like I was in a twilight zone, like it turned into like 3 people on the show. And then it ended up being like 14 people on the show and everybody was doing like 30 and 40 minutes. By the time I got, literally like, and this was just recently, like by the time I got on stage, it was probably 2:30 in the morning, about 10 minutes before the club was closing and 10 people in the room. And I put on the biggest and best, most spectacular show for them 10 people. But I mean, it just goes to show you that even when folks think you have arrived, the grind is still very, very real. So, and you always gonna have janky promoters everywhere. I mean, that man threw all his friends, his mama and his dog on the show, and everybody got 30 minutes. So I laugh about it now, but I was a little teed in the moment. But I mean, a little heated, but you make the most of situations like that. I think the biggest effort moment for me is just throughout my career. It's like you have to say F it to the money. If you're doing it to chase money, then you're always gonna be disappointed. I can't count how many free shows that I've done and how much that I've poured into my career just to build this thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always say F it to. It's like the money is gonna come if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and I'm doing what it is that God called me to do. So most people wouldn't say this, but I usually say F it to the money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't want to get paid, because you definitely want to, be compensated for the hard work that you do. I just feel like you don't have to compromise in order to make the money. You just have to be patient, put in the work and know that everything that looks good isn't good for you. So you have to make sure that you're very selective in what it is that you choose to do and make sure that the money is not the basis or the primary reason or the goal behind why it is that you do what you do. I just really feel like people, because they chase money, they wind up being unhappy, and I'm a firm believer in dreams. I teach my kids to dream and dream big and know that you don't have to compromise yourself in order to attain those dreams. So I also teach them the value in, just moments and not just chasing money, but chasing those moments and making sure that whatever it is that you're doing in your life, that you're passionate about it and that you love it. Like, I know that I can do music for the rest of my life whether the money is there or not. At the end of the day, if you do what you're passionate about and what you're called to do, the money gonna come with it anyway.